In previous section, we had studied some fundamental quantities and fundamental units, and we also learned about different types of units. Now in today's lecture, we will go and learn that method of measurement of different quantities. First of all, as we learned that we have basically three fundamental quantities, that is length, mass and time. So these three are our fundamental quantities. So we can simply say that these three are fundamental quantities. So fundamental quantities have their own units, so they are having different units, and we need measurement. So we are going to measure that three or more quantities in different manner. We have already many familiar methods for different units and different scaling for particular measurement of length, mass and time. So first of all, we will learn that how the fundamental quantity called length that we can measure. So measurement of length. First of all, we will learn about this that how we can measure length. So for the measurement of length, we have two different methods. One, direct method. That is, we can directly use scale, meter scale, or we can say we have vernier calipers, or we may have screw gauge, or a spherometer, etc. So actually, with the help of this instrument, we can have measurement of length in a direct manner, that we can directly go and measure. See, suppose I have some given arrangement and I am asked to measure the length of it. See, suppose I am drawing, or I have one pen. Now I want to measure the length of this pen. Simply I will use this scale. We already know that this is scale having millimeter, centimeter and inches are printed on it. So now with the help of this scale, I can measure the length of the pen. See here, if I measure it, I found it about 13.3 centimeter long, the length of this pen. So I can say that this pen is 13.3 centimeter long. So this is called direct method, in which I apply this type of scaling to measure it directly, and I can measure that quantity, length. So the length of the pen, like this, I can measure the length of tiles of home, or I can use different objects for the measurement and use this scale to measure the length. That length ranges from particular millimeter, we can say that 10 raised to minus 3 meter, to few meters, that is about 10 to the power 2 meters. In vernier calipers, we have measurement of about 10 raised to minus 4 meter. This is the accuracy. and in screw gauge and spherometer we have total accuracy of about 10 raised to minus 5 meter. So these are different method and different scales that we can use to find out the length in a precise and perfect manner. This is the range up to which we can go and measure the quantities, but this is called direct method. But suppose I want to measure the distance between Earth and the Sun. Now the distance between Earth and the Sun-like object is not measured with this direct method, because it is very clear that we do not have simple scale that can use to measure the distance between that. So we can simply say that the large distance cannot be measured with the help of this type of scale. For that we are using another method that is called indirect method. In which we are not going to use directly the scale, but some known values are kept here, and the range is also from kilometers to the light year, and we can use one of that method that is called parallax method. So one of the best method to measure a large distance, that is called parallax method. Now in this method what we are doing, that we will discuss in detail. So our new question is that what is this parallax method? So we can say that parallax method is indirect method to measure the long distance. It is used for long distance such as the distance between Sun and the planet, or the star to the star. So one star to another star, if suppose we want to measure the distance. Another, that is the distance from Sun to the planet, Sun to the Earth. So this long distance can be measured with this indirect method that is called parallax. So here the term, what do we mean by parallax? So actually the question is, what is parallax? So let us do one simple experiment that you have to perform. See, I have kept this pen over here. Now what we have to do, suppose this page is the point of reference on which the pen is kept. Now what we have to do is, first we have to keep our left eye closed and right eye open and view this pen through that our right eye is only, keeping left eye closed. Then what we will do, we will now change the position of open eye. Now I will keep close right eye and open the left eye without changing the position of face. हमें अपना जो सिर है वो वही का वही रखना है, आपका जो पॉइंट ऑफ पोजीशन है वो वही का वही रखना है, बस सिर्फ अब आँखों को चेंज करना है. दैट मीन्स पहले आपने लेफ़्ट आइज़ को बंद किया था और राइट आई को ओपन रखा था। अब आपको क्या करना है, राइट आई को बंद करके लेफ्ट आई को ओपन करना है। नाउ यू कैन फाइंड दैट द पोजीशन ऑफ दिस पेन changes with respect to this page, as you will find at some point you find that pen is situated somewhere here, then you find that pen is situated somewhere here. This change in our observation is due to the parallax method. So ultimately it is called the parallax method, in which we used, or we will notice that the position of pen seems to change with respect to the point of the page. So in this page reference, जैसे मैंने बताया, कभी हमें लगेगा कि थोड़ा सा ये पेन ऐसे शिफ्ट हो गया, ये पेन ऐसे शिफ्ट हो गया। ये जो शिफ्टिंग दिखता है इसी का नाम है पैरेलैक्स मेथड। सो अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, सी व्हाट इज़ दिस पैरेलैक्स मेथड, in which I can simply repeat the term। आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले ये जो पेज में मैंने पेन को रखा हुआ है, इस पेन को आपको पहले सिर्फ लेफ़्ट आई के थ्रू देखना है, राइट आई को क्लोज करके। फिर आपको क्या करना है, आपकी लेफ़्ट आई को क्लोज करना है और राइट आई को ओपन करना है। बट उस वक्त आपका पोजीशन चेंज नहीं करना है, आपको आपका सिर हो सके उतना स्टेबल रखना है। अब आपको क्या देखना है, अब आप देख पाओगे कि जब आप दोनों आँखों से अलग अलग इस पेन को ऑब्जर्वेशन में लेते हो, यू विल फाइंड दैट द पोजीशन ऑफ दिस पेन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस पेपर is little bit shifted. This shifting is called parallax. So this is called parallax. In general, I can again repeat that we notice that the position of pen found to be changed with respect to the point of the paper. That is called parallax method. And in this parallax method, we can use it for the measurement of a larger distance. So in general, we can repeat here that what is the parallax. I can simply say that we can keep a pen in front of the paper. So in front of the paper we can put it, then between us and a paper we hold it or put it on paper such that it remains stationary. Then we first keep left eye closed and right eye open. Then what we do, we observe pen. Then next what we do, we keep left eye open and right eye closed, and again we observe pen. what we found, we can see that we found that the position of the pen changes with respect to the point of paper. So this is called, which is called parallax, and which is used to measure a large distance. So now we will check that how we will use it a large distance. So now we will check that how we will use it for the measurement of large distance. What is parallax and how it can we use it for measurement of large distance? Okay, so see what is parallax. In general, if we say in one word, we can say that, or in one sentence we can say that the effect whereby the position of an object appears to differ when viewed from different positions. That means हम किसी एक ऑब्जेक्ट को दो अलग अलग जगह से जब देखा जाता है, then we found that the actual position is somewhere else. जैसे मैंने अभी आगे के एग्जांपल में हमने देखा, पेन के एग्जांपल में यही चीज़ यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन की गई है कि अगर ये आँख बंद करके अगर इधर से देखा जाए, हमें लगेगा कि ये ऑब्जेक्ट थोड़ा सा इधर है. अगर इस आँख को ओपन करके इस आँख से इस आँख को बंद करके देखा जाए तो हमें लगेगा कि ये ऑब्जेक्ट समवेयर हियर है. तो हमें इसका पोजीशन कुछ यहाँ पर या यहाँ पर दिखेगा, बट actually it is here. So the resultant effect is found over here, and that is our parallax. So we can use this method to measure a large distance like planet to earth, or from particular distance we can measure the distance between two stars. We can find out the dimension, that means the diameter of a given planet, with the help of this method. In this method we also view one thing that is called basis. So what is basis? ये basis क्या होता है? So यहाँ पे याद रखना है कि जैसे आगे के क्वेश्चन में हमने the distance between two viewpoint is generally called the basis. So here in our previous question, this the distance between two eyes is basis. इसको basis बोला जाता है, and with the help of that we can measure the distance of two objects which are situated at a large distance from each other, and we can find out the tentative distance between them by using this method. Now we see that how we use it. See, suppose this is Earth, and some planet is situated somewhere here. Say this is planet P and this is our Earth E. Now we want to measure the distance between Earth and the planet. Now as we know that this is not very well known, so what we do, we take 2 points on Earth. So we take 2 end points on Earth. Say this is point A and this is point B. Now what we do, we take telescope, and with the help of that telescope we view a particular point on the planet. Say this is a particular point of the planet where we want to see, so we use telescope, we keep it here, and through that we observe this point. Now what we do? Now we take telescope over here, and with the help of it we again view this point of the planet. Now what will happen? Now it is very clear that we know the diameter of the earth. We know that the earth is not flat, so it will have this arc or curve. We can say that here AB arc is known. This is our known value, that is a diameter of the earth, and we say that it is D. Now with the help of telescope we have observed this point, which makes in a particular angle theta with respect to this point AB. So we can say that angle APB is equals to theta, that is forms between A and B at point P. Now we have again very well known equation. I think you may have studied in your 8th or 9th standard, that is angle is equals to arc upon radius. We have very well known equation. So here if we consider that this arc is a path of actual some circular path, this arc AB is a part of some actual circle, we can imagine that this portion, that is AP or BP, this will be some distance r that we can consider as a radius. So what we will do, we will measure this distance r with the help of this known value, that is D. D is a known value between A and B, and angle that formed by telescope at point P through A and B. So theta is known, arc is known, so we can get the radius r. So here we can simply apply the equation that angle is equals to arc AB upon radius r. We want to find this radius r because that is the distance between the planet and the earth. So here if we make r, we can say that arc AB upon theta. Now arc AB is given a name as a D upon theta. So r is found to be with the help of D upon theta, and that is the distance between the earth and the planet. So this is called the method of parallax that we have used to measure the distance between earth and the planet, which will have a large distance between them. So this is one of the method that we have used. Here we must know two basic things, that here D is very much less than this distance r. So what is that? That D upon r is actually very much less than 1, because this ratio in which the diameter of the earth is very very small with respect to this distance r. Here theta is also, therefore what will happen, that if we follow this equation, then what will happen, if theta is the basic thing, then D upon theta, and if we make theta as a subject, we can say that d upon r is very small, so this angle is also very small. This angle theta is called parallax angle. Or it is also called parallactic angle. So this is one simple method through which we have measured the distance between Earth and the planet. Now we will use another method. That method is same, but we will use it for another purpose. That suppose we want to measure the diameter or the dimension of given planet. Now suppose our second question, that is we want to measure the dimension or the diameter of given planet from the Earth. So here again the situation is somehow same as we have stated earlier, that suppose we have Earth over here, we say that this is the Earth, and we have some planet over here, say planet P. Now what we want to do, we want to find out the dimension, that is called diameter. So I want to find again this d for this given planet. Now what I will do, I will do the same phenomena in a different manner. Say here I have point A and B on this planet. In previous case what we did, we take these 2 points on the point of Earth and then we observe a certain point of the planet. Now in this case what we will do, we will keep telescope at this point of the Earth, at a certain point of the Earth. Then what we will do, we will observe a particular point of this planet at point A. In a similar manner, by keeping the telescope here, we observe point B of the given planet at this point, like this. Now here this distance, say distance B as per as new length, this B is known by parallax method. मतलब कि हमने जो आगे का मेथड पढ़ा है उस मेथड में हमने ये डिस्टेंस कैसे जान सकते हैं, ये ढूंढ लिया है, ये हमने सीख लिया है. सो वी हैव अप्लाइड द सेम थिंग एंड वी हैव फाउंड आउट दिस B. नाउ व्हाट वी नीड, we have to find out this D. Suppose here the angle is theta dash. So how can we apply this phenomena? Simply here also we know that B is very much greater than D. We want to find out this D. So here we simply apply the equation, because this D is nothing, D is arc AB and that is dimension of planet. So we want to find out this dimension. We have simple equation, angle is equals to arc upon radius. Okay, so we know this equation, so it is known. We want to find out this arc, say this is D upon B. So here if we find theta dash, that we can use telescope for that, and we have radius B that is known earlier by the same method, that is with the help of parallax method. We can find out this D, and that is called our equation B for a given condition. Here this is your basic equation in which we have used the non-mathematical formula, and this is the dimension of the given planet. Generally these angles are considered in a degree or radian, so we have to generally convert it into radian, and then we find out the distance. They are given generally in degree, minute, second, like this. So for that, here again we will apply the same thing, that theta is in generally say degree, minute and second. So we have to convert it into radian and we have to measure all the calculation. So this calculation is generally done only when the angle is converted into radian. We have also some relation with this degree, radian and angle, but that we will discuss in a later in a next session. Okay.